like they basically talked about yesterday?
I absolutely will seek any legal available option available to me.
Is there a reason you chose this location to do this announcement?
I feel the city of Fresno, there are certain areas that represent rehabilitation, people. This church has been here for hundreds of years. Forgiveness isn't something that is just given to you. It is not handed. You earn it day by day, minute by minute. That's what I'm doing. I'm not asking, I'm not demanding. I'm saying grow with me, trust me.
The last we checked, you haven't officially filed yet for the candidacy. What's the status on that?
Yes, that was brought up yesterday. I will be doing that. I spoke with the office this morning. I will be going in the next few days to put the name on the ballot, to make it official.
What made you hold a press conference here today?
I felt the rhetoric deserved response. I don't pay attention to internet rhetoric. However, I feel the city is stirring it in a way it's targeting one person and it needs to be addressed. If they can't address me publicly, privately, or when I professionally have asked them, hey, do you want to discuss this? No response. So here I am saying, City of Fresno, you want to talk to me? Let's talk.
Have you ever talked one-on-one with any of the city council members in person?
Not one of them has reached out to me. I have voiced my opinions. I have met with the other candidates. I have shook their hands while they smiled in my face, and I said, is there anything you want to discuss? No. They chose to go on the news and say, I don't belong here. I don't belong in this race. What type of person doesn't belong here? Today, I don't belong. Tomorrow, they don't belong. So what are we saying? Does the Constitution matter anymore? The laws they're pushing on us, they want us to believe in them. You want us to follow them. You follow them. I've been accountable. Let's hold them accountable. Lead by example.
And one of the candidates running against you, Nader, says that you should be disqualified because of your past. What are your thoughts on that?
I prefer to focus on the law, not rhetoric. Freedom of speech allows us to say any kind of political jargon we want. At the end of the day, the law is what matters. Democracy what matters. Voting's what matters. Not the rhetoric of a candidate running, spreading what I call fear.
What are your next steps for the plans of your campaign?
The next steps of my campaign are to focus on the district. The candidates, my next focus is to focus on District 7 and its constituents and what I can do to help. There is another issue that I'd like to address. There is something that has publicly been said, how would I address the issue of schools? I've never said I would go to schools. Over the last few days, mothers have reached out to me, angry. I didn't silence them. I talked with them. They said, how could a person like you help? I listened, and I said, I can't fix everything, and I'm not gonna promise you the world, but I can give you the advice I learned. That's the best I can do.
Does the conditions of your sentence prevent you from being a certain distance from schools?
There are certain California restrictions people must follow within the law, and I follow the law to the letter.
Can you share some of those restrictions after rehabilitation? Is there any set in place?
As of right now, it's the basic restrictions of California law.
And do you know some of them? Can you share that with us?
It's going to be the California laws that are restricted to that penal code.
There's an elementary school right there. Is that would that be against the rules?
I would say during operational hours, absolutely. I believe they are closed right now. I don't see anyone, and I understand the issue. However, I called it here because I felt this place was important. We can't say this person is that person. I have rehabilitated, and people can't keep saying, I'm afraid of him. If you keep saying that, you don't believe in rehabilitation, you don't believe in what you're voting for. And it's always going to come back to that. But it's up to the voters to decide at the end of the day.
Have you already sought legal counsel at this point, or that's something you're thinking about?
It's only been within the last few hours. It's not something I've looked into yet. Right now, I'm considering it rhetoric.
How have you been handling all of the public backlash?
Can you clarify?
The viral Instagram posts. Have you been checking in on that, or is that something you're keeping a distance from?
I know that is something constituents have asked. Do I delete their posts? Do I even read them? I do. I do. That's part of leadership. You don't just read the positive, you have to read the negative. It's a balance. It's growth. I have to hear everything.
What is your reaction to the large number of people coming forward and stating their opinion about it?
People are always going to be uncomfortable when people want to come forward and make change.
And can you kind of clear up, I guess, this question that I have? I believe there was a city council member who said they were checking in with the city attorney's office to see if things do progress and you take that seat, if children could be in the same city hall building. Is there, again, I guess I'm asking, any limitations or distance to be next to children in that aspect?
I get your clarification now. Yes, there are certain restrictions on it, as in school operation hours. No, you cannot go into a school. You can't go into that. I understand his concerns. However, if I was chosen for this, I would lead with integrity. And kids, I can't decide whether you feel this way or that way. I'm just asking people to trust me as I move forward. I am no danger to no one. I put everything out there, every detail I can, to make people feel that I have been transparent every single way. Nobody does this in government. Nobody comes out and says from the very beginning, hey, I fucked up, and now I'm back to help this city. I took what they gave me, I learned from it, and now I just want to help.
So correction, the only limitation would be schools, right? Being in schools.
Yes,
Okay.
but I have worked with mothers, back to that, I have worked with mothers who I have stated I would want them to work with the schools. Mothers who have been affected by things that are not spoken about, things I feel that they need to voice. Today I had a conversation with a mom. I asked her how she felt about a certain issue that is very controversial right now in Clovis, in Fresno. I won't release the details of it. I asked her how she felt because she came to me. She said, I understood. I understood her pain. I understood what happened to her. I don't want this to happen to anyone. We cannot condone violence towards kids. And if someone like me is saying it, then we need to listen. Look past the label. Right now, we're discussing a violent predator who's been released. How did this happen? How did this happen? But the focus is on somebody who is being transparent. I have not addressed these issues, but I'm against violent crimes. Repeat offenders can't happen. We can offer one chance, but we can't keep giving them.
Anything else you'd like to add?
No, is there any other questions?
So thanks so much
Thank
for
you.
your time today.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Mhm.